Welcome back to another segment of Manifest with SI Power. Hope everybody's doing wonderful out there. Before I get into today's content, if anyone wants to find out more about working with me, you can go to the traditional or long form videos and you can email to find out the details about how to work with me. Today's content is going to be explosive, and my intention is that it helps you be more abundant, receive more, and prosper. All right, so I want to break this down because if you don't have the relationships that you desire with harmony, right, and peace, and you don't have access to resources and money or finance on the level that you really would like, a couple of these things are happening, and I don't want you to take my word for it, but I do want you to get out a pen and paper and write some things down and question it, right? Because everything that I say, right, I'm just a guide and I'm just showing you part of my journey. And I want you to work through things like I had to work through things. I get to share my negative experiences, I get to share my growth, and I get to share my positive experiences. This is what it's about: giving back, hoping to help someone else, not stay stuck as long as I was stuck. All right, so let's just talk about it, right? So, for the most part, if you don't have what you desire in relationships and having access to resources, money, and finance, you think that it has to do with your job, how much you make, your education level, and all of these different things. But as long as you fall prey to that, you're never going to be able to, um, for the long haul or for the long run, be able to pull yourself out. Okay. So I want to give some examples, some tangible examples. And if you take this information personally and you judge yourself, it's not going to go well for you. But if you take this information and just observe it, right? Observe it, not absorb it, and just question and just think back over your life, revisit some points and some experiences to find out whether or not this is true for you, that will serve you, that will benefit you, and that will give you clues on how you can come out. And I want to just reiterate this again. It's not how much you make per hour or what your salary is. It's not the job. It's not your supervisors. It's not your main boss. It's you are telling someone else's story. You are having in the background your ancestors' programming running, right? I have some videos on this channel that talk about you don't even have your own beliefs. I invite you to go visit those. All right. So here's some tangible examples. If you grew up shopping, you know, Ben Franklin, TGNY, now Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, uh, Dollar General, 99-cent store, places like that, that's old programming. If you grew up getting your clothes from Sears and Roebuck, J.C. Penney's, Woolco, Ventures, you know, cost value stores like that, do you really think that it's meant for you to be still shopping those stores 20 years later, 25 years later, 30 years later? The answer is a resounding no. That shows that there has been no growth. No growth in identity, no growth in mindset, no growth in value system. All right. So this is not to judge you, but this is to bring to your awareness, bring to your attention, bring to your focus that you haven't changed. Why is this important? Because nothing can change unless something changes. Nothing can change unless something changes. Nothing can change unless something changes. More examples. If you're driving 2.5 to 5 miles to save 8 cents per gallon on gas, right? You're telling someone else's story. You have somebody else's programming and conditioning running in your background. There's interference. There is no clarity, right? If you're going grocery shopping and whatever store you're in, you're buying the generic name brand versus the name brand. So let's just use an example. Let's say Kellogg's cereal, right? And you're buying cornflakes, right? The generic brand to save 40 cents. What are you going to do with that 40 cents that you save, right? This is wrong identity. This is wrong perception. This is wrong mindset. This is wrong embodiment. This is wrong state of being. And so long as you continue to operate like that, you're going to continue frustration, suffering, and being in survival mode. Now, this is powerful stuff. You can take it lightly if you want to. But like I said, I want you to write these things down. Where do you shop? What are you trying to save? What are you going to do with what you save? Then ask yourself this question. If you're penny pinching and you're practicing being broke, you're practicing struggle, you're practicing poverty, why would money come to you? Okay? These are the things that you got to get on paper and really look at and really become aware of what you're doing. The reason that you are struggling financially is because you don't have clarity, you don't have clear identity, and you're not aware of the behaviors that you're practicing. You're not aware of your habits. You're just doing things on autopilot. And as long as you continue to operate that way and be that way, you're going to be in suffering. You're going to be in struggling. You're going to be in frustration. You're going to be in high anxiety and desperation with no change in the forecast. So this is a powerful video. I want you to break it down in segments, and I want you to write things down and just look at it, right, without judgment, and begin to question these things. All right. Once again, if you want to find out more about me and how to work with me in any capacity, you can go to my traditional videos like this, the long form videos, and email me. And I will generally respond within 1 to 3 days. All right. Peace.